Welcome to Essentials to Heal Yourself. I'm Loralee Humphreys. So in today's conversation, we're going to continue on with the series that we started a couple of episodes back, and that is identifying 7 unconscious beliefs that prevent you from healing. So today's episode is all about the 3rd belief out of the 7. So if you've not listened to the other 2 episodes in this series, I encourage you to go back and do that. They are the episodes that were published right before this one. So today's conversation, as all of them are, is a very important one, and it's very direct, truthful, and at times can cover things that we don't want to talk about. And yet, if you are serious about truly healing, then you have to look at what is. You have to be willing to be raw, totally honest with yourself, what you've been doing, how you've been living, and what you've been thinking. So today's unconscious belief takes it more into the personalized realm, whereas the last episode where we talked about beliefs 1 and 2, those were more focused on the societal influences that we receive growing up and just interacting in society that then influence how we view our health and how we view our possibilities of healing. So today we're going to come down to the personal level. So this 3rd belief is that people, if it's you, then just observe this and, listen along. The belief that there's a magic bullet, a one-hit quick fix for all of your healing ills, that you don't have to do anything else other than to pop a pill. And that once you have this idea that there's a magic bullet, you don't want to have to do the work that it actually takes to heal. So let's break this down. And as I'm going through this, then just notice, as always, how this belief affects you. Do you adopt it? Have you expressed it or feel this way in one way or another? So to start this off, just think about when you had an illness or something was going on with your health, or even if you've observations that you've seen from other people and how they dealt with theirs. Okay. How often do you just want a cookie cutter regimen? So it's like you've got something going on. You don't want to be inconvenienced with your life. You're going along doing your things. You're involved with whatever the thing is that you're doing. You want to continue along that path. You don't want anything to change. You don't want to be inconvenienced by anything. And then something happens. Your body talks to you in some way, and so now you have a health issue. So you trot off to the doctor and you get their diagnosis. You get their instructions of what to do. Most often is go fill these prescriptions and start popping pills. You just want to be told what to do. You want a very simple, quick fix. You want a cookie cutter approach to things. You want just to have the magic bullet, take the magic pill, and everything is going to magically go away and be solved. So that you can go back doing whatever it is that you were doing, involved with all of the money-making things, chasing the shiny objects, chasing the other person, the likes on social media, of building an audience, of doing whatever it is that your life involves, of taking care of everybody else at the expense of yourself. Whatever is going on in your life. Most often, we don't want to change that. Therefore, when there is something that goes wrong with our health, we just want the magic bullet, the magic pill. If you have this belief, this approach to your health, I'm telling you, that is a trap. And it's not going to serve you down the road, or it's mileage that you can get out of this belief is highly limiting, because it will only create more problems and more problems and more problems. And each time, the new problems will most likely be more severe. They cost you tens of thousands of dollars more than the previous episode, and it will take longer for you to get back on your feet. So just observe yourself if you have adopted this, and if not, then just observe other people and learn from them and of what not to do for yourself. This is a belief that is commonly adopted as a result of so much of the media and social pressure and information pushed out at us through society, all the different avenues and institutions and industries telling us what to do, how to do things, what's important, what's of value. One of the biggest things that we are taught is go chase money, get a good job, start accumulating all the shiny, bright objects, all the things, all the material stuff, the cars, the houses, the wife, the 2.5 kids, the dog, the cat, on and on and on. The nice vacation and all of the material stuff that fills our life experience with. We are encouraged and taught that that is the most only thing that's of value, and therefore you need to spend all your life chasing after these things to the expense of your health. And so when we're so focused on chasing after all the shiny, bright objects and all the money and the titles and the status and all the things, it's like you're just dragging around your body as some inconvenient thing that you have to use in order to interact with life, in order to satisfy all of the insatiable things of I want to look good, I want to have the right clothes, the right appearance, the right hairstyle, the right partner attached to my arm, all the things. You know what they are. Okay. When we are so steeped in that philosophy that that's all that life has to offer, that there's nothing more of substance, there's no more value in life, and we're so focused on that thing that we don't take care of our body, we don't stop to even understand how our body functions, what it needs, eventually the body will talk. And it will get louder and louder and louder if you can persist in ignoring it and not paying attention to it, until eventually your body will put you in bed for however long you need to be in bed for. And then you're forced to deal with your health and deal with yourself, regardless of how inconvenient it is or how expensive it can be for you. So if you've fallen into this trap, recognize this belief. And I encourage you to take steps to let it go, because there's far more important things in life than chasing after money, status, and bright, shiny objects. Okay, your body is here as a reminder to tell you as such. So when it comes to healing yourself, it is a very individualized process. There is no cookie cutter. There is no magic bullet. There is no magic pill. There is no one-hit quick fix, period. To believe that that is the case is actually an expression of a consciousness that never developed past childhood. It is it's an idea of a fantasy, of not being realistic about how life actually is and how your body works. It is an expression of a consciousness that never developed into adulthood, that is not willing to take responsibility for self, that is not willing to do the work that it takes to actually heal and grow and care for self. That's why, one of the reasons why this belief is a trap. The process of healing is all about getting to know who you are. The journey of healing is about self-learning and exploration, to understand that you are a spiritual, energetic being, that you have a highly complex energy system, that you're constantly generating energy or life force energy, and you're broadcasting that out, using that to do all the things in your life that you do. The process of healing is an invitation for you to examine this, to decide and ascertain what you are putting your life force into. Is it of substance? Does it produce fruits that will enhance your life or detract from it? It's an invitation to observe how you are managing your energy. What do you support, trust, give loyalty to? And how you are giving away your power. The process of healing is about examining you. getting in touch with this entity, this spiritual being, this living inside this body that you want to drag around and decorate with all these pretty flashy fashions and hairstyles and put on all the shiny blue object or shiny bright objects onto this body, but yet you don't even take the time to understand the body that you have and what it has to share with you, its potential of what it can teach you. It's not just a trophy. To believe that your body is nothing but a trophy is to diminish you. That is a mindset that fosters and cultivates insecurity, low self-esteem, disempowerment, and low self-worth. The very things that contribute to a state of disease and the very things that you want to run away and hide from in your endless quest for money, status, and shiny bright objects. The true process of healing is an invitation to get to know you, your thought processes, your emotional makeup, your beliefs. And in order to do that, you've got to look at the shadow, the parts of yourself that you've disowned, that you've judged and found wanting, the parts of yourself that you believe are unworthy and undesirable and you're very critical of, which are the parts of you that hold trauma and pain, which ultimately is pain and anguish and sorrow and sadness and grief that you don't want to feel. In short, you're afraid of your emotions. You're afraid of feeling. You're afraid of your life force energy. Emotions are energy. You're afraid of your own energy when you're afraid to feel. That's one of the things that prevents you from healing, because you're afraid to feel yourself. That's a whole big other conversation, but I'm just touching on it here to let you, so that you can understand that underneath the belief that there is a magic bullet is this reluctance to look at yourself and to feel your emotions. There's a fear there underneath this belief. So let's just bring it out into the open and say, this is what is. That's why this is an unconscious belief, because you don't want to look at it. Okay? When we are in a state of distraction, stress, anxiety, running and running and running, chasing after all the things in our outer life at the expense of our internal life, we're in a constant state of stress and confusion and anxiety and fear. That creates a cascade effect throughout all your body, your hormones, your nervous system, your energy, your chemicals, all the things. That's what sets up disease. And speaking of social conditioning that we have been trained and just adopted hook, line, and sinker our whole lives, all of the voices, all of the things and messages that we receive from the media tell us that we are supposed to continue in this state forever, because we are told that the only thing of value in life is to chase after the money, the status, and the shiny bright objects. The quest or chase to do all of that produces the stress, the frazzled nerves, the anxiety, the lack of time to even breathe and think about yourself, the lack of time to even stop to eat a healthy meal. All of that produces a diseased state. And over time, your body is inevitably going to fall apart because it was not designed to live that way. You're out of harmony with yourself. You're out of harmony with nature. And so just pay attention to this and understand the dynamics running behind this belief that there's a magic pill, a magic bullet for everything, because it's so not true. The process of healing is about recognizing this, is about recognizing what you've been doing to draw your energy back to you instead of spending all of your energy and life force chasing after shiny, bright objects that don't give very good dividends. It's about bringing your energy back to you and looking at your health, looking at the state of your body, understanding and educating yourselves on how your body actually functions, what it takes to actually heal it, how to live in harmony with the natural laws of health. If you don't know what those are, I did a whole series of episodes on those. Go back into my podcast and find them and listen to them. The process of healing is about examining how you've been living, what you've been putting into your mouth and onto your body, the products that you have in your home, all of the cleaning products, all of the cosmetics, all of the pretty, shiny, glittery things that you put on your face, trying to make yourself look pretty and attractive and acceptable. Look at the ingredients of all of these things, and you will find a vast array of toxic chemicals that are extremely harmful for your body, that are known to disrupt your endocrine system, that are known to disrupt your estrogen levels, which then down the line can contribute to estrogen-type cancers. Toxic chemicals that are known to destroy your neurology, that are known to be toxic to your brain, so you cannot think straight, that are known to be toxic to the body. Healing is about looking at these products, looking at all the things you're doing and bringing into yourself, and to understand the consequences of those products. And then stop doing it. Stop poisoning yourself. Stop eating foods that have no nutrition, that have instead fake chemicals that cause harm to your body. Stop putting onto your body chemicals that are toxic. Stop cleaning your house with chemicals that are toxic. Become aware of how you're living, how you're thinking. That is ultimately what the gift of disease wants to teach you. Rather than seeing it as a curse and running away from it as some big monster boogeyman that crawled out of the closet one day and hit you upside the head, look at what you have done to create conditions in your life in the first place, and recognize your own power, that you have made such decisions and have done things like this to yourself. That's one of the hardest things to admit, that you have harmed yourself. But yet I promise you, when you can admit that to yourself, that is the key to undoing the disease. That is the key to healing. When you can admit, this is what you've done. Because if you did it and had things that had a harmful result, you can make different choices. That is your power. That is how you understand that you are not helpless, that you don't need a magic bullet. Because if you can create a mess, you can uncreate it. You can create a healthy body. You have that innate power within you because you are an energetic spiritual being. That is your makeup. Own it. Stop buying into all of the shiny, bright objects and all the bread and circuses distractions of all the stuff from society trying to tell you otherwise, so that you will give your life force, energy, and power over to entities and corporations and industries that do not have your best interest in mind. Learn to value yourself. That is one of the biggest lessons and gifts that any disease or health condition has to teach you, if you are willing to receive the lesson. If you are willing to receive the lesson of how powerful you actually are. That is the gift of disease and health conditions. Are you willing to receive it? Are you willing to value and love and respect yourself enough to claim that? To recognize your own innate power? your ability to think and to create and to choose and to do. Are you willing to accept that? When you are, you recognize immediately you have no need for a magic bullet. You have no need for a magic pill. You have no need for someone to give you a protocol and do the thing for you, because you recognize you have the capacity to do within you to do all those things yourself. That is the gift of what disease and health issues offer you. I encourage you to step up to it and accept it and embrace that. A whole new life of beauty and expansion and abundance and joy and health can open up to you if you decide to do so. So that is our third unconscious belief. It's a big one, I know. So here's a couple of action steps that you can take to just start thinking about how you are expressing this belief and how deeply embedded it into your subconscious mind and into your lifestyle it is. So firstly, pick a room in your home, whether it's your laundry room, your kitchen, a bathroom, doesn't matter, whichever room. Open up the cupboards and pull out all the products inside of there. Maybe start with your laundry room, because most likely there will be fewer items in there to go through. You can save your bathroom for last, because it's most likely you've got hundreds and 150 products in there. But pick a room and pull out all the products and look at their labels. Read the labels. What's in those products? What are their ingredients? If you can't pronounce an ingredient, then most likely it's probably not a very healthy one. In any case, if you can't pronounce it, write it down, do an internet search on it to find out what it actually is and whether or not it's toxic. And if it is toxic, then find out what it will do to you over time. Not just one or two little doses, but if you've been using this type of product for decades, you can be assured that there's quite a toxic load within your body as a result of that one product alone. And then you compound it by all the 200 other products that you have in your house that you use every day. That's a huge toxic storm that you are living within. Become aware of what you are doing to yourself. Educate yourself. And if everything you see is loaded with toxic ingredients, then do another internet search to find out alternatives of non-toxic things. There are loads of them out there. There's lots of brands and companies out there who specialize in making healthy, non-toxic ingredients for your home, your personal care, your laundry, your kitchen, and all the things. So have at it. Have fun doing that type of exploration and discovery. Secondly, just look at some of the habits that you habitually do. How do they make you feel? Do they drain you or do they energize you? Do you feel happy and uplifted, or do you feel more tired? Look at the things that you do and just identify one of those things that you tell yourself, oh, I shouldn't. I'm supposed to do something different. I know this isn't good for me, but I'm going to do it anyway. I've been really good today or this week, so I'm going to pamper myself by having this dessert food thingy that's really more about gut rot than supporting health. Just become aware of what you're doing. And write down, it's like, of the things that you do that you know you shouldn't, then start really questioning yourself and examining why. Why do you continue doing those things? And don't just say it's out of convenience and habit. That's only the surface answer. Go deeper. There's always a deeper reason. Is that how you are conditioned to believe, to do the type of product lines that you were taught to believe, to use your whole life? And so you never bothered to question it? Dig deeper and really do some serious exploration of, why do I really do this thing to myself? Why do I tell myself that I need to do something and then I don't? Is it just an excuse to punish myself and to criticize myself so I can feel bad because I really believe deep down inside that I'm not worth it and I'm not lovable or good enough? Seriously. Start getting honest with yourself. So do those activities, take these conversations to heart. I know they're hard-hitting, raw truth, things we don't want to look at, and yet it's time to be adult about everything. It's time to be adult about our lives and our health, because nobody's going to be there for us to do that for. Nobody is in our life to be the adult for us. Okay? Look at what you're doing. Consider these conversations. Take this to heart. Have conversations with other people. You can leave comments with me in the comment section below this episode, but take these conversations to heart and look at how you are acting out or how you've embedded this unconscious belief in your life that tells you that there's a magic bullet, a magic pill for healing. And with that, I also have a gift for you, as always. You can download the PDF gift that I have for you that covers all 7 of these unconscious beliefs that prevent you from healing. I encourage you to do that. Read through them, take them to heart, have conversations about them with other people. You can download them, or you can get the link to do so in the description with this episode. Share this episode around, comment, like it, subscribe to my podcast, to my channel. Help me grow this podcast. And with that, thank you so much for tuning in, for staying with me, because I know these conversations aren't always easy, but yet they're critical and necessary to have. So again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And until next time, take care.